everyone, happy Wednesday night and welcome to our weekly Wednesday night crafty session. My name is Anne Granger and I'm an independent demonstrator here in the beautiful town of Dorchester, Ontario, Canada, and I am super excited to be with you guys tonight. I am popping on just a few minutes early so Facebook can let you know I've gone live, and it gives me a chance to check my settings and make sure everything looks great. If you are watching live, today is Wednesday, July 31st. Can you believe it? We are the last Wednesday of the month. You are going to see a red live button up top. And if you're watching on the replay, shout out to those replay warriors. Maybe you found me on my blog. Maybe you found me over on YouTube. Welcome, welcome to the Stamped with Anne community. I'm excited you guys are here. All right, so I'm trying to find myself. I think I see it. If you're here, say hi. Let me know you're here with me tonight. If you're watching on the replay, let me know where you're watching from. Invite your friends to come craft with us. We would love more people. More people in our crafting community. So please like, comment, and share my videos. That is the best compliment you can give me. Referrals are the best way to grow our community. I am excited to be with you tonight. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I pick a product of the week. And then on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I go live and I show you a scrapbooking page. And then on Wednesday nights, I go live and I show you a card class to go. That card class is something that you can earn for free as my way of saying thank you for placing an order in my online store using a host code that I have for the week. This week, I'm super excited to be sharing with you the Seaside Wishes Bundle. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It wasn't something that I just thought, hey, I don't need another sea set. I don't need that one. And then, you know what? I thought, maybe I'll just give it a try and play with it, create with it, see what I can come up with. And I'm so glad I did because I absolutely love it. The embossing folder, which is a hybrid embossing folder, is a must in your collection. I am going to give you a little warning. As of July 31st, around supper time, this bundle was in low inventory. I think everybody wants to get a hands on that hybrid embossing folder and the dies. And after you see the projects tonight, you're going to want to add it to your collection, especially if you're a person who likes to travel, go to the beach, go to the cottage. Maybe you like to escape to the ocean. This is a great product for you to create with. You can create scrapbooking, you can do cards, you could do 3D. There's so much you can do with it. So, as you know, I always say, grab a drink, grab some chocolate. Maybe you're eating dinner, maybe you're done dinner, you're having a snack. So I'm still working on my chocolate-covered almonds and my Dove chocolate that my friends brought me from the States. You guys are so lucky you got yummy chocolate over there. But here in Canada, we have yummy chocolate too. And I'm going to put this away. So grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a pen and paper so that you can write down things as we go. As I said, tonight we are creating 4 cards, these 4 cards with the Seaside Wishes Bundle. I am going to show you step by step on how to make the cards. If you place an order in my online store this week, you will get a PDF with the card packs, and I will send the card packs in the mail next week. You will get a PDF and a video link back to this video so you can watch me, at 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, early in the morning, and watch it and craft and create those cards with you. Everything is done for you. All you need is ink and stamps. I can't stamp your images for you as per Stampin' Up policy. All right. Also, make sure I will put the links later here. Make sure you sign up for my newsletters. That's the best way you know what's happening in my studio. I am rolling out, I'm so excited, a class to go tomorrow. I think it'll be a hit. It was well received a few weeks ago when I did it as a product of the week. So you will be the first to find that information out tomorrow, and then it will be on my blog and social media. So make sure you sign up with my newsletters because that's how you find out what's happening in my studio and what's happening in the world of Stampin' Up and our creative community. All right, I am going to flip the camera and we are going to get started, and I'm going to show you what we're using, the products we're using, and we're going to dive right into the cards. So let me flip my camera. You're going to see my blinds. I usually like to have the blinds open, but I've noticed that the last few nights, when I've been doing Facebook Lives, the sun has been, I don't know, maybe it's getting lower and lower as the as the season goes on. I can't believe tomorrow is August 1st. Like, what the heck? Where's the summer going? All right, so I am showcasing to you. So here's the host code just in case you need that. Here is the products of the week we are using. Here is the numbers and the prices. These are for Canada. So if you are in Canada, these are the prices you're going to want to use. I am showcasing this bundle. It is from our annual catalog. So if you're here in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, or maybe you're new to Stampin' Up, I would love to help you out. Pop me an email and I will pop one of these in the mail for you. So tonight, as I said, we are showcasing the Seaside Wishes Bundle. You can find it on page 73. It has a stamp set, and what this has is actually a hybrid embossing folder. So you get the embossing folder and the dies, and you can buy them separate. So maybe you just want this, you can buy it. But the best value is buying it as a bundle, and it's right here. So this is, I will show you those products. I also want to share with you tonight, a lot of time when I sit down to create cards, I will look for card sketches because those are the best way. I find they're like puzzles, just waiting to be solved, but just with stamp paper and inks. We are going to pull some from here. We are actually using this one, and we are using, where's the other one? This one here and this one here. So that is where. So if you're looking for ideas and don't know where to start, turn to page 22 of the annual catalog and you will see these sketches and how they are used throughout the samples, but I'm also going to show you how to use them tonight. So let me put that away. So let's show you the product. So first of all, here is the Seaside Wishes stamp set. It's a beautiful stamp set. It's a photo palmer, which is meant for two-step stamping. Very realistic. These, like when you stamp them, they're beautiful sand dollars. So there's that. As I said, it comes with dies. So this die here is one that cuts out our, uses with our embossing folder. I'm going to show you how that one works. I'm just going to set that aside. Some beautiful sea urchins, starfishes, and grass. So definitely, like I said, this is a must. So here's the embossing folder. It works in two ways. One, it's an embossing folder, so you can just emboss and you'll have the like little bubbles in the background and the sand dollars. Or you can use it as a hybrid, which means that you emboss and cut at the same time. So the easiest way I remember to do this is this part here, you can see it's a little bit etched where this here is raised. You are going to take this die and put it down like this. Okay, you want to make sure that you're adding it to the side that has the label. Then you're going to put your cardstock in, and I'm going to show you how to do this in a bit because we're going to do some embossing and cutting, and then you're going to run this through the embossing folder. So it is a super cool way of creating some realistic looking sand dollars. And if you're a person who likes to, go to the sea and collect those things, then you're definitely going to want this stamp set. I'm also pairing it tonight with the Country Woods Designer Series paper. You wouldn't think this would be a set that paper you could use, but it totally works well with it. This is part of the Country Woods suite, but I love the patterns in it and I love the colors. Reminds me of like, countrysides, but all the wood reminds me of planks. So I think of like when you're going to a beach, maybe off of an ocean, you have to walk down a wooden plank to get to the beach, to the sand, and I feel like this paper is what works with that. So this is the Country Woods Designer Series paper, and then I have listed in there is the colors. So I create these samplers for me. I'm totally missing, and I know many of you are, Stampin' Up! Listing all the paper colors in the Designer Series paper and just a section with that. So every time I get a new pack of paper, I've been creating these, and I stick it with my pack of paper so that when I pull it out, it's easy for me to be like, oh, what colors? And I don't have to go search for it. So that is a huge time saver for me. So it's definitely something that I think if you spend a lot of time in your craft room and love to be organized, that would be a great tip for you. All right, as I said, we're creating 4 cards tonight. So let's get started. We are going to start with this one. Let me just find my pieces here. Okay. So we are using Basic Beige, which is a new color that Stampin' Up! Added to our core colors in this 2024 annual catalog. And you would find it under where the basic white is, very vanilla and black. It only comes right now in 8.5 by cardstock, 8.5 by 11 cardstock, the ink pad and the refill. But it's a beautiful color and it works very well with our patterns here. All right, so we actually have a little bit of embossing to do on this. So let's bring back in that Big Shot, not Big Shot, our Stampin' Cup. I used to be around when Stampin' Up had the Big Shot. So sometimes you get used to the old language and you forget what the new stuff is. All right, so for this embossing folder, you're going to need, this is our Stampin' Cut. I call this the Big Boss because it's the one who uses the big embossing folder. So when I'm using 3D embossing folders like this, you want the big one. A lot of times if you followed me, you know that I use my mini Baby Boss, the mini Stampin' Cut, because I like that it's easier to move around when I'm creating. So what we're gonna do is we're going to put our piece in. So we're actually going to emboss first. So let's do that. So I just put my paper in, we're gonna put that down, and then we're gonna use plate 1, the embossing folder, and plate 4, and we're just gonna roll it through. All right, so one way of using this is just by creating a embossed piece of paper. So you're embossing your cardstock. Look how beautiful that is. Look at those sand dollars. They literally just pop out of the paper. And I like these like little flecks of, I want to say maybe that's water. So we're going to put that aside. Now I'm going to actually show you how you can emboss and cut. So let's bring this back in, and we are going to bring in our dies. So remember, we want to put it on the side that has the logo on the back. Line it up here, and you'll see that it kind of just snuggles in right there and locks into place. And we're going to use Basic Beige. Actually, no, we're just cutting these because I just want a label. So we're just going to cut these. Let me back up. So that's for another project. We'll just do this. So one way, you can use it as a embossing folder. The other way is you can just cut it to create really cool labels. So that's what we're gonna do on this card. Actually, I think we should just emboss everything and do what we need. So I've cut these out. They're gonna be great little pieces that we need. I'm gonna set those aside. And actually, I'm just going to see what we need. We need another one of these, so let's do that. I have that. Maybe I'll just go card by card. It'll be probably easier that way. And actually I have some already die cut out for us, so I really wanted to show you the process, but we'll use some of the ones that I have already. All right, let me put this over here to my side, and let's bring back in that card. Okay, so we have our Basic Beige cardstock. We have our Pool Party. Where did I put those pieces? Oh, here they are. I have 3 pieces of the Country Woods Designer Series paper, and I'm going to stagger it a little bit. So we're going to put one here, and I'm going to put one down here. So we're going to kind of overlap it. So first of all, we're going to lay this one down right here. Let me get in my, let's move that to the side, my seal. I think I'll like that one. Okay, so we're just gonna put that down there. Then we're going to adhere this one. And we're gonna put that one on top. And we're just gonna kind of stagger it so it's a little off to the side. All right, and then we're gonna take our third one and we're just going to pop it off over. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't line up on this side, because really we're going to be covering it with a label. So we can actually go ahead and adhere that to our card. As I said, we're using the Basic Beige. If you're just popping in, we're using Seaside Wishes, and hello and welcome for joining us. If you're here, say hi. If I can't see your comments, sometimes my Facebook as being a little wonky, I will definitely go back and answer and say hello. All right, so we did want to cut and emboss. All right, we're gonna bring that back in. So let's bring this back in. From when I looked at it, it didn't say, oh, because I know what we need to do. We need to stamp first. So let's bring this in, and we're gonna stamp our green and Calypso Coral, and then we're going to emboss it. we are using, where's the stamp set? We are going to use Sometimes the Simplest Things Mean the Most. That's the stamp we're going to use. We're using Clips of Coral. Okay, and if you've been following me for a while, you know that I absolutely love my glass mat. Oh, actually, I want a different greeting. I want the one that says Your Friendship. So this is a really nice stamp set. It has really nice greetings. It says, your friendship is the best gift. That's the one we're using. We're going to use the other greeting in another card. I like this one. So you could use this totally. So when you're embossing and you want to stamp a greeting or an image, it's best that you stamp first, then emboss. So let's bring that stamp cut back in. We're going to bring this. We're going to get our embossing folder, and what we're going to do is we're just going to line it up. If I can try to find where they go. Oh, right there. I think it's like pain. Oh, maybe I should do it backwards. Oh yeah, right there. So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to put it down. No, I think I want to do it this way. Sorry, I just have to like find my groove. Oh, I think it goes like this. There we go. All right, we're gonna put that down like that, and we're gonna run it through the embossing folder. So remember, if you were to emboss first, then stamp, it would be, I won't go through because I have play 2 on it. It would be very bumpy, so it's better to stamp first, then emboss. All right. So, as you can see, we have a beautifully embossed image showcasing that Seaside Wishes hybrid embossing folder. So we're going to set this to a side, as we're going to need it again in a bit. And let's bring this in. So we're going to pop this up. Where are my dimensionals? And I think some. No. Okay, so we're going to peel that off. And we're going to pop that right over there. Now, I'm actually going to grab first, we're going to bring in our little mini. So this is the mini. I tend to use this one quite a bit. As I said, I like the fact that it's easy to carry. We're going to get that, and we're going to use our dies. Now I'm going to cut some here because I know we need a few. So we need a big one and a small one. So let's do that together. Okay, so there's the starfish. So really cool that you can cut out. We're just gonna put those off to the side. And while I have this die out, we are going to do some other ones. We don't need a big one, but we need a little one, and we need some seagrass. So let's do those just to save us some time while we have this little mini one out. So just like that. As you can see, my plates are well loved. Like, look, I'm waiting for them to crack. I'm sure when they do, they're gonna scare the you-know-what out of me. But I'm excited. Okay, so I'm cutting out, I have, let me grab my take a pick tool. Where is it? Do I have that already? Oh, here it is. I have a desk, my desk drawer has like little containers. So there's our seagrass. So there's that. And there's those. So we're good for those. And we cut out some sea stuff. And while we're here, we're going to do, just to make it easier and save us some time, we're going to cut out some sea urchins. And I'm going to grab a handy tool to show you how easy it is to use this. So we're gonna run it through, and we have to run this through twice. Okay, so let's just move that out of the way. And let me grab that handy tool. So this is our take a pick, which is right here. And I have two, so I have this one where I use it for my embellishments and poking things, but this one is a die brush. So it comes with the die brush applicator and this. And the reason why you want one of these is because using these dies here really make it hard to, just makes it easier because you're just gonna pop all those little things out. So we're just gonna put that there, and I'll just pull this off. I just want to pop out there. Now, sometimes they get them all, sometimes they don't. That's okay. So I think I have, oh yeah, I have another one. So when it looks like, comes out like that, they are beautiful. It's very detailed. So there's one. And let's just do this one a little bit more. And then we're gonna pop this one out. Might need to just give it a little bit more. I think maybe two. Might need to do it on the bigger one, and we'll just try that. But yeah, it's gonna take us a bit to poke these out. Oh, maybe not. They're come out here. Okay, so we're gonna do these on our big one. So let's pull that. I'm gonna put that to the side. I'll just move this out of my way. And I'm just going to bring in the big one. I think just it'll help give it a little bit of more pressure. These cards do have a lot of die cutting. So if you were to purchase the Deco class from me, so if you placed an order, you would get all the supplies to make these cards. Anything that is part of the Seaside bundle, I would not die cut. So I obviously wouldn't do those because you need to stamp first. But anything else I would do, like the seagrass and the starfish and stuff like that. So, and obviously, oops, I forgot to put. But as I said, you would want to add this bundle to your collection, especially if you love to travel and you love to go to beaches. It's going to create some beautiful cards. I'm just going to run this back. Sometimes with detailed dies, I will go through the embossing of the machine twice just to help it. Okay, so let's just move this out of my way. And then I just kind of did some embossing and to get us going. All right. Oh, twine sticking. Sometimes I need a person, like personal assistant, passing me everything as we're doing it. She can, you know, do all that. That's okay. My personal assistant is me. Oh yeah, see, that works a little better. It comes out much easier on the bigger ones. I think there's more pressure in the rollers as you roll it through. So let's just pull this out and we will finish that card. So super, look at that, really pretty. They're very pretty. I'll put those on there so I don't lose them. I'm just gonna poke these out. Have you gone to the beach this summer? I per se am not like a person that could go sit on the beach for like, you know, 4 or 5 hours or spend a day there. I do like to go, you know, like if you're like, I like the ocean. I love the ocean waves. So this week when I'm in here working, I've been listening to relaxing ocean music and it's so beautiful. I had it on the other day and my dog, my puppy, heard the seagulls and he was like, what's going on? He went to the window. It was so cute. I was like, no, honey, they're on the thing. But super cute. Okay, so we have that. We're gonna bring in our little starfish and we're gonna use our glue dots. So a lot of times you will find me in my room creating and listening to music. It truly is my happy place. So I hope that I can make a difference in your world with crafting and stamping and being part of an amazing community. All right, we are using some dots. So we are using the rainbow adhesive backed gems dots, and they actually have clips of coral here, and I've used them, and I'm going to use the pool party. I hope I have enough for all of our projects tonight because I love this color. So we're going to put one up here. I've actually ordered more because I needed them for the kits. Thank you to everyone who ordered last week. I really appreciate it. Your kits are en route. All right, so there is our first card featuring the Seaside Wishes Bundle. Super cute, super easy. You know, maybe you're going to a cottage, you're renting a cottage, or you're going with a friend, and maybe you just want to slip this in a little card to say thanks. Hey, you're the best. And they could give that. What I like to do is I like to put a Post-it note, write in a Post-it note so they can reuse the card. Like make a card, send a card. It's kind of cool. So there's our first card. So let's get through. Let's find our second one. Let's do this one. So this one also is a sketch that was in the annual, in the annual catalog. Once again, all my card bases are that basic beige because I really liked how it paired with our colors in the Country Woods Designer Series paper. I have a piece of Pool Party, and I absolutely love this pattern in the Country Woods. It reminds me of like a rustic birdhouse or a rustic picnic table, or you know, you maybe would find like a rustic barn. So beautiful. I just love this one. It reminds me of like a robin egg color. So I have two pieces, and we're going to put them like that. And then I thought I would pull in a little bit of the pink, which is the petal pink, and we're going to put it like this. Oops. Actually, it's meant to go this way. Right. Have it a little, no, I want it to go this way. There we go. I think my paper is a little longer than what I needed. Let me just check here. Oh yeah, just let me clip it. It's supposed to be, there we go. I just used our paper trimmer. So if you're new to Stampin' Up, this is our paper trimmer. And I just quickly did a little cut on it just so it would work perfectly. Okay, I've always told you, I like to adhere, like set my things down first so I know that I like the way they go. Maybe I should go this way. I bet you this one's the same size. Let me just double check. Yep, just a little over. Sometimes when you're cutting in like multiples, you just go so quickly. All right, there we go. So there's that. I am happy with the way it looks, so we're gonna go ahead and adhere that down. Do I think I want my wood grain to go the same as my blue? I'm using our glass mat. I got our glass mat back in, it was part of Celebration, and I missed out on the pre-order, and I finally ordered it in July, and I have been using it ever since. I love to like create on it. I love stamping on it. It truly is a beautiful addition to my craft room. And it comes with a chamois so you can clean it. I just love how like nice it makes your stamping so nice. Okay, so we have that, and we can go ahead and pop that up on our card base. So we're gonna use our dimensionals. Have you guys been watching the Olympics? Here in Canada, we've been winning some medals, which is great. I love watching the gymnastics. I missed the gymnastics yesterday, the team final, so I'm hoping I can find some replays. I love watching the swimming and the diving and the synchro. I also like watching the track and field events, so I actually kind of like watching all of it. It's really interesting to hear the stories and how they got there, and just the determination blows my mind. Okay, so we have that. Now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna use one of these labels that I already have cut out. So we're gonna use this one, and we're going to pull in some crumb cake, and we're going to use, where is my stamp? this little die here, like little sand flecks, we're gonna use that on our card. Let me get a block here. So, and I am actually just going to make sure. I had to ink my ink pad yesterday, so it's a little more darker than what I wanted. So I just want to make sure, yeah, stamp off. So I'm just like stamping, bring it in my view. So I'm stamping on my ink pad, and I just have a grid paper that I'm stamping on, and then I'm just kind of doing that, just randomly stamping. It's called random stamping. Okay, so put that away. Put our crumb cake away, because we don't need that for a minute. We are going to get the clips of coral, and on this one we're going to use sometimes the simple things truly mean the most. So it's a really beautiful greeting. I think you could use these cards for anything. But as I said, they would be nice, you know, if you're going to a cottage or rented a cottage, you can make like a little pack of cards to give, or have them on hand to give to family and friends. My collection of cards are growing. I truly need to like sit down one day and just mail a whole bunch. All right, we're gonna flip that over, and we're gonna put some twine. So we're just using our linen thread. I like the natural look. And what I do is I just kind of start, and then I loop, try to make it there, and then I'll like loop it again. Sometimes when your ribbon is curly, you have to work it in different ways. There, there, okay? So just randomly, doesn't need to look pretty, just more about looking like a little back. We're going to use dimensionals to put that down with, so that just helps hold the twine in place too. We'll just kind of randomly put those around. I hope you've had a great day. It's a hot, humid day here in Ontario. It's been hot all week. We had rain yesterday. Would you think sometimes rain cools it off? Oh no, it made it even hotter. I had an appointment this morning with my mom and dad, and I came home and I've been working in my room. I have my first class to go rolling out tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. It's our first holiday one of the season, and so I'm super excited about that. I hope you guys, if you're here in Canada, will come join me on the creative side. And the best part is you can do it from the comfort of your home. So no matter, so I'm just putting on a little glue dot, a dimensional, and yes, you can see it, but that's okay, because we're actually going to cover that up with, where did my thing go? Did we use it already? Oh yeah, so we're going to have to cut out another small little, let's bring the mini back in. A small starfish. And I think that's the last clips that we need. So let me grab a piece of paper. Oh, always use your scraps. I always use like scraps. Do you guys have scraps? I have a drawer of scraps. And it has to be a certain size. Like if it's a really tiny piece, I won't keep it. But if it's like, you know, like this, you can definitely get stuff out of this. All right, so there's that. I'm just going to put this over the die. Make sure I don't lose it. All right, so there's that. We're going to bring in a glue dot this time. So the best tip I can give you, the glue dots, adhesives are on the back side of the wrap. I just put my down and then I pull off. So there's that. Now we're going to bring back in those rainbow adhesives. So if you're thinking, hey, I really like these cards and I want to create them, make sure you add the rainbow adhesives to your order, because, well, A, look at all these beautiful colors you get. I could just use one pack of just like pool party. It's so nice. All right, there is our second card for tonight. This sketch, so this one and this one were both sketches that were in our annual catalog. You would find them on page 22 of our 2024 annual catalog. So there is our second one. So let's go bring in, let's do this one next. It was also, no, I think it's, yeah, this one here. I think also this one was a sketch from the catalog. Sometimes I was just looking for sketches, or it might have been a sketch I found online. Sometimes when I'm like watching TV at night and I'm scrolling through Pinterest or Facebook or Instagram, and I see card designs I like, I will keep those designs, save them, because when I sit down to create, I will go back and use them. And just sometimes I use the layout, sometimes I use a color combination, sometimes I case the card exactly as it is. It kind of gets the creative juices flowing. Once again, using basic beige, I have a piece of white early espresso. I have 3 pieces of that Country Woods Designer Series paper, and what we're going to do is we're going to adhere them down. So we're just going to, you can see I took a piece and I just cut it. So you want to make sure that they are going, you don't have to, but if you wanted, that they're spaced out. I like how that looks. Maybe just a little bit more. Oh, my puppy is under my feet. I can hear him. Okay, I'm happy the way that is. So let's bring back into tape. I always start with the inside piece first. And that just helps me with my landings for the next ones. And this paper, look at this one. This one's beautiful on the back side of it. We're actually going to use that pattern in our next card. I truly wanted to keep these cards simple, but showcase, I just need this, looks like a little crooked, what the stamp set and embossing folders can do, because they truly are really nice. We have a few hybrid embossing folders. So this one is in the annual catalog. I think there's 3 in the annual catalog. And then there's one in our online exclusive section of our online store. And that just means that those products won't be in a catalog, but you can find them in our online store. I'm taking our twine and I just secured my end, so I'm putting it there and I'm wrapping it around, and then I'm putting it right there. And I'm going to just cut my scissors. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our tape and we're going to adhere it to our white. So I just wanted like a little bit of a white border like that. Now I can come in, actually sometimes I like to create my elements on my card first before I put it on my card base. Just makes it easier. Okay, so for this one, we are bringing in our seagrass that we've already cut out. So we're just going to lay them down. So I'm kind of just like piecing everything, making sure I'm happy where it is. Here's a tip, you don't want it to hang too far over the side, because then when you go to put it on your card, now this will be okay because we're gonna put it on our card, but if this was our card base, it would get crushed in the envelope and we don't want that. So here is that. We are using one of these labels that we've already done, and we're using that greeting again that says the friendship. So let's pull and find our clips of coral. So your friendship truly is the best gift. And I'm grateful for my stamping community. I often think, wow, if it wasn't for stamp paper and inks, I wouldn't know this person who truly is like my best friend. I love it. I love that across the globe we have demonstrators and friends and customers that have brought us together. Okay, so we have this. I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. I'm just going to use glue dots because that's just the easiest way to do that. So now I'm just putting those down. So we just want to add those little things. Hopefully I don't run out of glue dots in the video because they're on the other side of the table. But that's okay. We can do that now. All right, so we're gonna put that down like that. Now we are going to pop down one of these. So we're gonna use one of these, and I'm just going to put a glue dot in the middle because we're going to cover it up so they're not going to see it. So we're just going to put those there. There's our sea urchin in the thing. We're gonna bring in our big starfish that we die cut at the beginning. Okay, so we're gonna add that, and I'm just gonna kind of like put it so it's like kind of just on top. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop that up with dimensionals. Okay, and then that's just gonna tuck in off the side. So like the starfish and that is hiding behind it. We can actually go ahead and put this now on our card base. I would love to know if you're watching live or on the replay, if you looked at this stamp set in the catalog, maybe you hadn't seen it, but now that seeing some projects done with it, would you see you adding it to your collection? Now, if you're a person on Pinterest, search this on Pinterest. There's tons of ideas and tons of colors. After I played with it, I realized that it was one that I probably would keep after, if Stampin' Up was to retire it down the road. I feel like I would keep this one because it's a really nice set. I'm going to put a dot in the middle of my sea urchin, and then I'm going to add 2 more dots here and here. And the neat thing about these are they do come in like small and big. Like I said, I've used the pool party. And there's 160 of these dots. So this is a great one because you get a whole bunch of different colors. And there is our 3rd card of the evening. Actually, I wanted this to pop up behind. Let me just pop this underneath. Hopefully. Oops. Underneath my... Hold on. I just want to tuck it under my starfish. There we go. So there we go. There is... Oh, I'll fix that after. So there is that card. I'll actually show you my sample so you can see what that looks like. Kind of cool how it looks in different colors, like I did a different pattern. So this is the same pattern, I just cut a different piece of it. So how pretty is that? So there is our 3rd card of our Seaside Wishes card class to go. As I said, if you are here in Canada and you place a $50 order in my store using this host code, you have till Sunday night at midnight, I will send you this card pack for free. So you will get like basically this, to create all the cards. The only thing I would not do is obviously if there's embossing, I would do that. If there's die cutting, but except if there's stuff in the Seaside Wishes, then you would do that yourself. So definitely would want to add this bundle to your collection. All right, our last card featuring the Seaside Wishes. We once again are using that basic beige color. It truly is a nice color. You might want to add that to your pack if you have not got it. We have a piece of that designer series paper. So there's that pattern again that we just used. But look at this beautiful side here. So we're actually going to go ahead and put that. Nope, I forgot where we go. I forgot to cut a piece. Oh, you know why? Because I think I was waiting for my card pack to arrive. So let me just go I had to order more designer series paper and it arrived. So I just need to cut what we need. So here's the paper. It's beautiful. It's 12 by 12. If you have not added this to your collection, definitely want to add that. I wanted to use, and let me just put this in here. Grab out my paper cutter, and I'm just going to quickly measure it. 3 1/4 by 5. So we're going to bring in that pattern, and I want my wood grain to go this way. So 3 1/4, and we're just going to cut that. So once again, really beautiful paper. And I feel it's one you can use for so many different projects. Like you could throw it into the beach. You could throw it in, like you could use it with the country birdhouse. We actually did that one way back in June, and we did use this paper. All right, so we have that. Now for this one, we're going to do a little bit of embossing. So let's bring that big guy back in. And let's pull these off. All right, so we are using, where is my embossing folder? It's hiding. I also have 2 other cards to show you what you could do with this set. So I'm using like a little short piece of the basic beige. So I'm just gonna try to figure out where I want my piece to show. And I want more of like the bubbles to show than per se the sand dollars. So we're gonna put that in. We're going to emboss that. So with our big 3D embossing folders, you definitely want, especially this size, you do need our big Stampin' Cut emboss. We do have mini embossing folders that will work in our mini one too. So this is what it looks like when it's die cut. How beautiful is that? All right, so now on this card, we're using, we need to cut another thing. So let's put this here. And, oh, I have a starfish. I've already have, we need a bigger one. So let's do that. We're gonna cut first. So I need a pool party piece here. Have it down below. And we're going to use the big sea urchin. And we're just gonna run, oops, that's not the one I need. I'm just gonna put the embossing folder on top. Kind of crazy. Okay, let me move this out of the way. There we go. We're gonna run that through. We're gonna run it through again. All right, so there's that. Now, let me just move this off to the side because we will need it again. Put that there. I need to get some like a repositional adhesive to put there. That's what I need to get. We're gonna bring back in that die brush, the die mat and the brush, and we're just going to, so this actually sits, I have in my stamp room, a big, like a die cutting table, and it's actually a kitchen island. I wanted something that I can stand at and die cut, especially if you're creating or prepping for classes. And sometimes my back isn't always the best, so I really wanted something to stand, and we went up to this place here in Ontario, in Lucan, and purchased it, and I absolutely love it. So I have there, I put all my embossing folders in a crate, and I have my die brush, and my daughter bought a beautiful pottery cup, and it works perfect for holding my die brush. So yeah, so that's pretty good. Okay, so let's put that away. We are done with that. Now, yep, so we're done with the die brush. Let me just put this over here. I have a little bin right here. Let's bring this back in. So we have our sea urchin. We're going to die cut our little starfish. And then we're going to cut out a label, and we're going to die cut and emboss one more time so you can see how that works with the embossing folder. I'm just going to pop out. Okay, so I have our starfish. So we're just pulling all those pieces. Now I just need to grab a piece of clips of, baby honey. My puppy was laying beside me, and of course I had to open the drawer that had him sleeping on it. But I'm sure once I close it, he will go back to sleep. Okay, so before I change this out, let's do this. So I'm bringing in the Nestled Essential Dies. If you've been following me, you know that I'm a huge fan of Stitched. I love Stitched. We are using this label because I really wanted to just create like a fun design. So we're going to use this with white. So we're just using basic white scrap. I have a drawer in my desk that has scraps of basic white because I find those are the ones that I use the most. So we're going to put that. So that is the Nestled Essential Dies. So you get 12 dies, you get banners, rectangles, and this fun label right here. So right there's all those, and then what it creates is like a nice stitched label. So definitely want to add that to your list. All right, so now we're going to get rid of these. Put that there. Okay, so we're going to bring in our embossing folder. We're using the die, so we're going to use the back side of this, so where the stamp is. We're going to put this right here. So you can see I've like kind of locked it in place. I have a piece of clips of coral cardstock, and we're going to put that down. We're going to put that on there. Now we do need, with these big ones, you need like a mat, the plate 4. And when you purchase the Stampin' Cut, if you have not purchased the Stampin' Cut, you get the machine and you get all these plates you need. So you can literally start creating right away. As I said, I use mine all the time. Okay, so here it is. We're gonna pop this out. I'm going to put that over there. And literally, we're gonna pull this up. And then there is our beautiful sand dollar cut out. And then save these forever. Like, I have a collection off to the side here, and I definitely would save those for future projects. I also want to show you what one looks like. If you followed me on Monday night, I'll just show you. Here's like one in a blue color. So this is Balmy Blue, and then there's our Calypso on there. So I'll just put them here, Balmy Blue, Calypso, and Crumb Cake. But I wanted to show you how you can sponge. So I used our blending brushes in Crumb Cake ink, and I just gave it a little bit of distress. Maybe there's just a little bit more dirt on this one as it washed up on shore. So there's those. So I'm just going to keep these in a drawer. I have a drawer like in my desk that has a little basket and has all these labels. And as I said, these make great labels for stamping on, so you can use those. But like, look at all the little collection I have here. So that when I'm ready to create, I could just pull this out. You could put these in like a little Ziploc bag. That would work too. All right, so we have everything we need. We're just going to stamp that greeting. So let's go ahead and do that. As I said, it truly, like if you're just joining us, we are using the Seaside Wishes. It wasn't one I was looking at. I thought, oh, I don't really need it. You know, I've had them in the past. But then I decided, you know what, you gotta think outside the box sometimes, Anne, and give things a try that maybe you might not want, but other people might like. And I thought, what a perfect time, because a lot of people are going camp, you know, to the beach or to the cottage. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I'm so glad I did. I love it. As I said, it will be one that will stay in my stash. I will not probably part with it. Because I have been loving diving back into scrapbooking. I've been doing those on Monday nights. And I did do a scrapbook page on Monday night using this set. But it's something that you could use continue to use down the road. All right, we have the pieces that we need, so let's bring them in. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to, I always like to assemble then glue, because if you make a mistake, at least you can throw this out. You're not throwing out your whole card. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop down this one here. So our Big C Urgent. I think it would be really cool to see one of these. The scrapbook layout I did on Monday, I haven't put pictures on it yet because my daughter is supposed to be going to a beach and trying surfing. So I thought, oh, what a perfect page that would be. So if you haven't seen that layout, make sure you head to my blog, which is www.stampwithan, and then you would be able to see it. Oops, oh no, it's sticking to the thing. Okay. So here is that. Now, we're going to put our label down. So I always say to you, this side we're going to use tape, because if you were to put a dimensional on that side, it would just lay very wonky, and we want it to lay nice and flat on our project. So we're just gonna like that, okay? Then we're going to use this starfish, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little twine bow. So we're just gonna make a bow. So I teach it like I teach. Teaching is my background. So when I teach my customers or kids how to tie shoes, I always say, make a loop, make another loop, cross it over. And I always say, like, this is how I teach the kids at school. I say one bunny ear, cross the bunny ears through the bunny hole, and then pull. And I teach kids how to do that. So a lot of times when my customers come, they're like, oh, I don't like bows. So then I teach them, and then they're like, okay, I like bows. Or they're like, oh, can you make my bows for me? So sometimes I will do that for them too. So let's, look at my twine. It's all wonky here. I have to fix that. Got some pieces going. All right, I'm bringing in those glue dots again. I'm just going to put it down. And we're going to stick it to the back side of our starfish. I just kind of wanted to give it like a little bit of an element, add a little feature to it. And we're going to pop it up with our dimensionals. So another key thing I love to have in my room are dimensionals, because you can use them for everything. And we now have minis, so you can get our standard or our minis, which are both recommended in your craft room. All right, we are going to tape this down, and we're going to just put it off to the side. All right, there is our last card featuring the Seaside Wishes Bundle. So let's bring all those cards in and show you what we've done. So we created this one, we created this one, we created this one, and we created this one. So there are the 4 cards that we made tonight in our weekly crafty session to go. Let me just pull that up a bit so you guys can see them. Actually, I'm going to go this way. You can see them better that way. So how does this work? And then I have 2 more projects to share with you. So you have, if you're like, hey, and I really like those cards you made tonight, I want to recreate those home in my own studio, I have the perfect option for you. You're going to go to my online store. So the easiest way to do that is go to www.stampwithan.com, click shop now, and then it'll take you to my online store. You're going to start an order. If you want the Seaside Wishes, there's the item number and the price. You're going to probably want to add the Country Woods, because you're definitely going to want to make those again. And I would add in the rainbow dots. If you don't have twine, I would add that. Then, if your order is over $50 before shipping and taxes, and you place that order before Sunday night at midnight, so August 4th at 11:59 p.m., I will ship out this card pack for you on Tuesday. As long as I have all the supplies and I don't need to wait for anything, like I said, I did place an order, so hopefully it'll be here for the dots. Then I will ship it out. If not, it will go out as soon as that order gets here. So then I would send you a card pack to make these 4 cards in the mail. You will receive an email from me with a PDF linking all the supplies and measurements in case you wanted to recreate them again. And I would link it back to this video so you can watch it over and do like stop and go. Some people are visual, some people can just go by PDF, some people need to watch a video. And I hope that by providing both a PDF and link for you, that will help you create these cards. So these are the 4 cards in our Seaside Wishes example, our card class to go. Now I wanted to show you a couple other ideas that you could use with this set. So this is another one. I actually cased this one right from the catalog. So when I sit down and create with a stamp set, the first thing I do is I always turn to the catalog to see what the concept artist did. So the concept artists are the ones that work at Stampin' Up. They're the ones that create all the beautiful samples. Then I'll search Pinterest to see what people do. And sometimes, like if I'm scrolling Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram and I see a project that I know that, hey, I'm going to be using that set down the road, I'll save it. Then it'll be in my camera roll. So this one I just strictly did some stamping. I stamped the $C in crumb cake and then clips of coral. I added those little specks. And then once again, it makes a great label. And I stamped that greeting. So there's another one that is not part of the kit. I just wanted to show you another idea. And sometimes I will search my demonstrator friends and case them. And I actually cased this one from my friend, Melissa. Thanks, Melissa, for the inspiration. I did switch out the colors just to make it a little bit. And I once again used that Country Woods DSP, but I love the colors of the beige, basic beige, Pool Party, Clips of Coral, and Early Espresso. It really makes a card pop. So that's another card. This one is on my blog, just showing you other ideas that you could do with this stamp set. All right, that is all I have for you tonight. I will go back and answer any comments. As I said, sometimes Facebook is being wonky and it doesn't always show me people's comments. And I also know it's a busy time of year, so I find these 2 weeks are when people are camping a lot or traveling. So if you're watching on the replay, thank you. I appreciate you. Shout out to those replay warriors, and thank you to those who joined me tonight. I will be back. So just quick reminders. Class to go, you need to order by Sunday night at midnight. And then I will ship your order next week. My goal is Tuesday, as long as I don't need to wait for anything to arrive from Stampin' Up. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter, because that is the best way to learn what I'm doing in my studio. And I am rolling out, as of July 31st, I am rolling out my first class to go for tomorrow for the season. So you will find that information on my blog and in my newsletter. So make sure you sign up for those. And please like, comment, and share my video. It's the best compliment you can give me. And we want more people stamping with us in this beautiful crafting community that we have created. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I will be back next Monday night with a scrapbook page, and on next Wednesday with a card class to go. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you. And if you are here in Canada and you need a demonstrator, I would love to help you there. Or you're thinking, hey, that looks like so much fun and I want to join your team, reach out to me. We would love for you to join our Stamp to Create team, which is a beautiful community of demonstrators from the East Coast and the West Coast of Canada. All right, everyone, thanks so much. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Bye for now.